Setting up your meeting for live. Yes, you can begin now, Pratik.
Great. Okay, so good evening, everyone. And first of all, let me wish you a very happy International Youth Day. So today we are celebrating the 21st anniversary of the commencement of International Youth Day, which started in 1999 in Lebanon. So what are the main issues which the youth of today are currently facing? I think which all of us we can agree on this is that one of the major issues which we face, and I'm assuming that the people who are watching this and also the people who are involved in this meeting are huge on social service, community engagement, and in general working for the society. So the main issues which were pointed out by the United Nations are, the first one is the inequalities in the political and social inclusion. So what they mean by that is that the representation of the youth is not exactly equal to those of experienced people, which is not exactly the correct case. And the second one is that the young people are underrepresented in political processes. So for example, be it United Nations, be it NATO, be it any other uh, global government organizations where a lot of important decisions are made. So the main, what could be the reasons behind that? Some of the reasons which the United Nations has stated is that there's a perceived lack and the perceived understanding that just because a person is young, say for example of our age or somebody who's even younger than us, the perception of people is that these people don't have experience, so they can't exactly contribute to any political processes, they can't get involved in law and policy making and so on and so forth. So that is one of the major things which I think you all will also agree, and the audience will of the conference will also agree, that it's not exactly a very justified argument. Just because you're young, that does not exactly mean that you're inexperienced in that field. And the second one is that a lot, that again, it's a perceived understanding that the youth of this country, or in general the global youth, are not interested. But that's, again, I think we can speak on behalf of all of us that since we are here talking about that, there's certainly a certain amount of interest in all these things. So the first one is lack of experience, and then there's interest. So for that, this year, the focus for international youth development as given by the United Nations is it will focus on two main things. The first one is the engagement of youth at local, national, and global level, and international forums, which will help in enriching multilateral institutions. So for example, again, UN or any other major government body like that. And then the second one is, how can the youth be represented more into politics, so be it parliaments, or be it peace treaties, or be it any other political conferences which happen all year around. So what can we do, or what can the UN do to increase the political representation for the youth in that scenario? So let me welcome first of all of the people who gave their time to take part in this conference. So hi Mithun Raj, hi Vivek, hi Muktasir, hi Angel, and hi Ashwin. I'm very looking forward to talking to you guys. So let me hand over the podium to you. Let's start with Mithun first. So Mithun is going to talk about the post-corona reaction by the youth, and what the youth can do for the society once this whole pandemic has decreased, or not substantially decreased, but at least is on the downward slope. So over to you, Mithun.
Yes, sir. Uh, yes, good evening, everyone. Uh, Nowadays, not only youth, all are suffering from COVID-19, and some are also facing flood also. But especially youth are after this situation, all over the world facing economic downfall, and did not get the opportunity for the job seekers. So youths are establishing a new business from our skills, and taking a good guidelines from the experienced persons, etc. And somewhere like a financial crisis on economic loss for youth, but they take responsibility to improve our nation. Therefore, government also helping youth, like remove financial crisis, in give them business loan also. So they create business and create job for job seekers. These all depends upon their skills. The youth made like that. Yes, sir.
Okay, but yes, sorry, go on. Yes, Mithun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry, your last line was not audible. Could you repeat what you said?
Uh, the government also helping use for remove financial crisis, like
Yeah,
give some types of loan, like business loan.
yeah.
This time COVID loan also they give.
Mm-hmm.
It's to create a new business or new firm to give some jobs for job seekers also.
Okay.
These also depends upon their skills.
The skills of the youth, you mean?
Yes,
Okay. So that is your entire the gist of what you're going to talk about.
yes, sir.
Okay. So I think you can elaborate because we have given this can be your podium. So you can elaborate further if you want. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, Mithun. We got the gist of what you're talking, but you can go ahead. You can continue with your topic.
Yes, sir. After this time, the people are especially economic downfall.
Mhm.
So youths are helping our relatives to teach how to face the corona and and how to recreate the society because
Right.
of this lockdown effect also affect some 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
So youths are mainly depends upon the money and job,
Mhm.
but this time all are not getting jobs, mainly unemployment, but this time we are facing high much that unemployment.
Right.
So and serving the society also, like social service.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. But would you like to add on to that as well, or is this what your whole topic was about? Do you have anything to add on to that?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So you mainly focused on the unemployment part and how we can eradicate or at least reduce the unemployment, not just in this period, but also post COVID, and that also involves the involvement of government basically for loans.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Because youth are mainly depends upon jobs and family.
Right. Right.
So
But if you can explain what exactly was the government loans, if you can repeat that, for is it for the people who are searching for work after COVID, or is it what is your suggestion? Sorry.
yes, the banks are given business loan.
Right.
Yes, and after they take the loans and establish a new firm.
Right.
So his family and others' families are also save from the this situation.
Right. So what you're saying is that people should not only look for jobs, but also try and create something of their own.
Yes, sir.
Like job, rather than seeking jobs, you should try to create jobs for yourself and
Yes,
for the society.
yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a fantastic thought. Okay. So coming from the employment part, and I think that's a nice segue also to the next one, which will be done by Vivek, and he's going to talk about how the youth can lead post the corona situation. And I just wanted to make one thing for all the speakers. You don't have to give the gist right now. You can, all the things that you want to put together and put out, you can say it in one go. You don't have to say the gist right now. So yeah, over to you, Vivek.
Hello, good evening, everyone, and happy International Youth Day. So there is a saying that young people are a powerhouse for any society or nation, and they can bring positive changes if used properly. So in this after COVID-19 pandemic resulted in several economic and social impacts around the world, right? So young people are particularly vulnerable to the disruption the pandemic has caused, and there are many causes: unemployment and no scope for a newly graduated person. Means uh, from the company they are firing the newly joined employees, and only they are keeping only experienced one, and changes in the education sector also.
Yeah.
There is no face-to-face discussion, only online or through video conference. They are taking classes. So there was a news today. It was a news today. Young people will form a key element in an exclusive recovery and the achievement of sustainable development goals during this decade of action.
Yeah.
So the world is recognizing that youth must be catalyst to bring about the change. COVID-19 is impacted directly on jobs and education sector for youths. So I would like to say that education system should be improved, not by online through offline. Many people are suffering from this education system.
Yeah.
And mainly every youth should get jobs. For that we need opportunity and suitable guidance for it.
Mhm.
So after COVID-19, we can say that economic will be down, and it need to be developed.
Right.
Being youth, so we should take the responsibility for making positive changes in each and every sector.
Mhm.
Economic sector can be improved by creating opportunity to unemployed and make them get job. And mainly youths take a lead in a society, so they can get involved in local NGOs
Right.
and like engaged in local politics and get improvement in their locality.
Yeah.
So to help or to promote and maintain the international peace and security, we can join. There is a platform called Youth for Peace. We can join to help international peace and security.
Right.
And every individual youth should explore global challenges and take local actions for that.
Right.
And we can raise awareness through online and drive the action in the offline itself.
Yeah.
Youths voluntarily come forward to promote or to help the and improve the society
Yeah.
and bring the changes in the society. And youth should take initiative to lead the society and
Yeah.
engage with the work which helps others, and should come forward and use the opportunity to show their creativity
Mhm.
and skills also.
Yeah.
If we share the knowledge to others, what youths have the knowledge and share who don't know, it will be helpful, and
Right.
it will be helpful for the improvement and the development of the economy also.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's all I would like to say that.
Yeah, and I think it's very interesting that what you said, because I think, as we said before, that the focus and the preconception that people have is that the youth is not interested, but that's not the case. As
Yes,
you pointed out, it's not the case. People are interested, but you just need to take more action. And
initiative. Yes.
yeah, absolutely. No, it's very interesting with what you said. And Vivek, I think for the people who are also listening, could you maybe repeat the name of the organization? I think you mentioned Peace Youth, or
Yes.
yeah.
Youth for Peace.
Okay.
Youth and number four and peace.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
platform of international peace and security.
Okay. And
You can Google it.
yeah.
Uh, it will get every information in that.
Okay. Just to ask you out of curiosity, are you personally
Uh,
also involved with the Youth for Peace organization? Do you also do something from your side?
no, I just Google it today itself. So I would like to join Youth for Peace.
Okay. Okay. But you're interested in working for that.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, okay, perfect. Is there anything else which you would like to add on, Vivek, or maybe even Mithunraj, if you wanted to add on to something which you might have missed in your monologue before we move on to our next speaker?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. Go
I
ahead, Mithun.
uh, like youths also volunteer in society.
Yeah,
Find opportunity to volunteer in our community. If there are older people uh, or not healthy people, or people, help them out. Help out the vulnerable people in our community to pick up their groceries and medicine,
yeah,
etc. Or healthcare workers also around the world are called the workers in high demanded in meetup might need your
yeah.
help looking after their children or looking after their parents
Mhm.
while they are attending life-saving work, the clinics and hospitals around the world. So youth are volunteered in our society,
Yeah,
helping to old age people and
right,
not healthy peoples like that.
right.
And if we rich, we donate us to uh,
To the underprivileged people.
yes, yes, like that. And
Okay,
also the government also taking some reactions. We must
right.
embrace the all actions of the government. We
Yeah,
yes, like that, sir.
okay.
That's it.
Okay, awesome. So I think Mithun, also made an interesting point, is that the youth also need to be involved with older people, like people who maybe who do not have a lot of support from the government or in general from the society. So we should not just think about the people of our age, but also our grandparents and that age sector. Is that
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Mainly suffering this situation is old ages uh, and and patients, sir, because the
right?
hospital is making such these types of rules to
Yeah,
suffering that type of people, sir.
yeah,
So
right.
use are helped to our not only outside peoples. uh, we must take care our grandparents also.
Right, right. Absolutely. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
absolutely. And that is very important, because I think people listening to this also would also agree that sometimes we get so busy with helping other people that sometimes we forget that our family, our people, our friends, our relatives also might also need some kind of help. So that is an interesting point which you made, Mithun. Okay, great. That was fantastic. And if you wanted to, if you both of you, Vivek and Mithun, if you want to add on to that, just you can chime in. Okay, so I think we can move on to our next speaker, and that is Angel. Angel, Angel is going to talk about, is going to emphasize more on the community engagement for the youth. So yeah, Angel, over to you. Uh, Angel, your mic is not, it's on mute.
Yes, so today I'm going to talk about community engagement with the focus with the types of community engagement. And in this community engagement, we can it helps a community and individual to enhance their skills, business, or in any other respective fields. Today
Yeah.
I'm going to speak about first types will be about community engagement with a focus on community development.
Okay.
Community development in something that involves something that involves enhancement among individuals with the religion area, or with the common needs of interested. It might be anything, any field.
Okay.
um, yes. Next is community participation in consulting and decision making. Process of decision is something with someone in order to get their advice, opinion, and decision making. We can take some decisions when we are surrounded with some people. We can take some decisions if we are doing correct, it's right or wrong. Yeah,
Right.
we can make decisions. Next this will be community engagement that helps organization, business to improve and to improve their service.
Sorry, Angel,
Services.
can I kindly interrupt you here? If you
Yes, sir.
could please keep your camera a bit stable, so that because if you move the camera, the voice is cracking a bit. So if you could keep that stable. Yes,
Yes,
that would be better.
yes, sir.
Yes, sorry, go on, please.
Yes. Can I continue, sir? Community engagement that helps organization, business to improve their service delivery, or to achieve goods, to receive goods.
Okay.
What is an organization? An organization is an entity aimed to carry on enterprises by goods, services, and etc. For the um, for the next point will be my community engagement as a part of social changing
Okay.
movements, or as a part of the work of voluntarily community areas or
Okay.
organizations. There are numerous and various can be causes of social changes. There are four causes as I recognize: social institutions, scientists, population, and environment.
Okay.
Where social movements that change the history over last 20 years is birth of Facebook, miracle on the Hudson.
Yeah.
Next, going viral. We have so much of topics. Can I explain on this, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes. Uh, yes. Birth of
If
Facebook.
Sorry, Angel, once again, if you could keep your camera a bit stable, because your voice is cracking, so people might miss out on the important points you're saying. Hello? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, the birth of Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg, who founded Facebook just to communicate within the classroom, but he changed. But now it's changed globally, where many people can communicate
Yeah.
to each other
Right.
internationally, nationally, and even locally.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Next, Michael. Next, I'm going to go in viral. Example, I'll take my actor Danush. This name
Sorry.
viral.
Sorry, we
People want to
missed a
know.
name. Michael who?
I did not get, sir.
Sorry, we missed the name which you gave at the beginning of the sentence. Could you repeat your sentence?
The birth of, is you asking about the birth of Facebook?
No, no.
Its name?
The next part. The next part.
Okay, so fine. Next time I'll tell you miracle of Hudson. When the float
Okay.
got stuck of Canada Gate, it was lost all the engine power. But the railway in the airway captain Chelsea, yeah.
Angel, there's a lot of interruption with the voice
Yes,
from
sir.
your side.
1 minute. Yes, sir. The her Havers captain Chelsea, he became an overnight hero. He and his crew safely ditched a commercial airline in the and they freeze the water for the they freeze the water in the river. So
Yeah.
next, nearly 150 persons got survived in this in this miracle of Hudson. So next, I'm going viral. I'll give you one hashtag going viral. This this concept was introduced to South India. For example, I'll take Actor Dhanush, who celebrated song till he sing till he till that song was released. We don't know what was that viral thing. There was no YouTube, there was no nothing, but we came to know what is viral and how the person can be viral all over the world. In that we
Yeah.
can put whole thing. And next I'll talk about the Black Lives Matters.
Okay.
Recently this got viral.
Yeah.
George Floyd, who died in this in in this pandemic year, through this through the police violence.
Yeah.
Yes, in this through the police violence. So social movements are changing
Right.
through youth.
Yeah.
We was in our homes, but we could support that movement
Yeah.
by hashtags, by
Yeah.
technology,
Yeah.
and through this we can support them. We are not going and we are not present physically, but staying at home but through this technology we can do something. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, and media is a very big stage for youth where we can bring out our talents.
Yeah.
If they give opportunities to show this.
Right. Yeah. I think you made. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's not only about education. We can learn many things through this technology.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think you made an interesting point here about the
Sir,
Black Lives.
I cannot hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Sorry, I can't.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
No, I was saying that you came up with an interesting point with the Black Lives Matter and how the social media really got involved, and it was, I think, all over the globe. Everybody kind of knew what the whole situation was. But if I have to ask you a very small follow-up question on that. So, if apart from Black Lives Matter in India, do you know any other case where the youth got involved and it really changed the landscape of how people were looking at the situation? Like an Indian example, just some similar to maybe Black Lives Matter.
So sorry, I did not get it. It was not audible. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we are audible.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to ask you a very small follow-up question that you mentioned Black Lives Matter, and it was a fantastic example of how the youth and how in general social media got involved, and then everybody around the globe kind of heard what happened, the tragic death of George Floyd. But do you maybe know a case in India where the people got involved on social media and the issue really got a lot of coverage.
Phoenix and his father were arrested by the police in Tamil Nadu, and it was a really big issue where even the celebrities and even the common people who supported that and the policeman was suspended for his actions.
I think these two are I think they are on the same kind of level where people got involved and the law was taken against them. So I think that is a great example to give. Is there anything else which you would like to add, Angel, or should we move on to the next speaker?
Youth need opportunities, sir.
Right.
That's the important thing in India. If they get any opportunities when it comes to US, it's really very different. But when teenagers are given opportunities, but in India, they are considered only as students.
Right.
Students only, we are dependent on our parents. Even if we go for a job, even if we go for a job, only they look at our marks card, certificates, only this. They won't see our talents, nothing. Yes, sir. We need Indians. We need a different state, and we need something different that children. Yes, sir. Only they say you stay with your parents, you'll be safe. If you study, you can live. If you study, you can have a rich wife, and they don't allow us to closer.
Right.
And youth, the two girls need a very big opportunity, sir. If they have talents also, we are not allowed to show it.
Right.
Only we should study. If we go for any job, only the marks are counted. And I only blame this society, sir.
Right.
My
We
parents. Only the society, my parents have the thought, okay, I should not send my child out. I should not. If the society use hand, they can change.
Right. So we should encourage, if somebody has a talent, then apart from academics, apart from just studying, we should encourage that.
If they give the opportunities in youth stand, then we can big change.
Absolutely. It's a fantastic.
Even if they don't encourage, but they should not discourage us.
Sorry, they should not. Sorry, we couldn't hear you.
Discourage us.
Discourage. Absolutely. I think that is a valid point, not just for the fellow students, but also if any parents are listening, I think that's important for them as well. That if your son or if your daughter is interested in making or working for the society, then he or she, they can do it. They can also study, but parallelly they can also bring about the change. So I think we should encourage both of these things. I'm not saying we should not study because it is important, but we can do both of those things.
Let them know what their children are talented. Let them listen to the society. Let them gain the opportunities. I'm telling you.
Great. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Angel, for sharing your thoughts. So we can move on to the next speaker. I think that's a good segue, because we are talking about the involvement of youth. I think that's a good segue to go to Muktasir, who is going to talk about youth engagement at local, national, and global level. So I think over to you, Muktasir.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, a very happy International Youth Day to everyone. So when it started back in 1999, it's almost 2 decades since it started. The entire point being the youth should be considered as a driving force of the world.
Right.
Not just that, but they should also be, not just because they are the future, but they are also currently driving the change in the world in a various spheres. We have youth who are involved in this, representing the ideology or their belief. So they are coming to understand that they want to bring change in the world for a better living and a social condition. Putting youths in charge, and at the same time investing some more research money into bringing the youth up, addressing their problems such as mental health issues, racial issues, then social issues, example, then legal issues, then educational issue, policy issue, etc. So here I am. Here are my views of engaging of the youth of local community level.
Mhm.
Creating platforms for the youth to voice their opinion on various issues like social and political.
Mhm.
For example, there is an pop jam. There is a pop jam social media platform. Uh, we regularly see kids in our community developing their social skills and learning how to effectively articulate their opinions.
Yeah.
Then second point, creating self-help societies that will help the youth to deal with mental and psychological issues.
Yeah.
And third one, creating community for more expression and inhabitation of art and culture.
Yeah.
Then the fourth one is creating debate speeches in institutions without the inhabitation of discussing topics that are taboo or irrelevant.
Yeah.
Then allowing the youths to be more involved in working of administration in all spheres of institutions.
Mhm.
Then the next one is on national level,
Yeah.
allowing engagement in the political narration of events to tell them their own stories with their own way, to support and discuss about mental and sexual abuses and making a more friendly and approachable form from the
Right.
people to discuss their problems.
Yeah.
Then the fourth one is supporting entrepreneur ventures and to teach financial independency for school levels. Engagement and sex education, understanding problems faced by the women and gender studies should be active among young levels.
Right.
Allowing the youths also to bring academic engagements to university and help them to create more events and recognize them with honor.
Yeah.
And on global issue, it applies the same, like creating debate speech in a situation without the inhabitation of discussing topics that are taboo
Yeah.
and or irrelevant. Then creating platform no then what is that creating self-help society that will help the youth to
Yeah.
deal with mental and psychological issue. For example, WSHG, there is a women self-help group
Yeah.
have been created in all villages in a rural sector.
Okay.
There have been playing a significant role in organizing poor rural women
Yeah.
and making them financially independent.
Okay.
Then along the youth member along the youth allowing the youth to be more involved in working or administrative and all spheres of institutions.
Yeah.
Then supporting entrepreneur ventures and to teach financial independency from social level, school level.
Mhm.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. I think just out of curiosity, you mentioned something about women self-help groups. Is this applicable in India, or is this an example of a different country?
No, this is applicable in India, sir.
Okay. Okay. And okay. So it's not just so you're talking about national level, like
Yeah,
about the
national
self-help
level.
groups.
Yeah, national level, sir.
Right, right. And just a very small follow-up question. I think you mentioned something about entrepreneurship and introducing finance and economics in your school curriculums. Is that right?
Yeah, sir.
But
Yeah, sir.
how do you think that that's going to help? Is it like an introductory thing, or when you say that, what do you exactly mean? How is it going to benefit the youth? Hello? I
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so no, I was asking that you mentioned about introduction of finance and economics and entrepreneurship studies in at school level or at a younger stage in the students' lives, right?
So it can be helped by a firm who can what to say, who can maintain this kind of technical financial independence from school level. So who will support you, who will support your entrepreneur ventures from
Right.
school level, so that it doesn't affect to your parents
Right.
financially.
Right. So if the students know from before that, okay, this is something which I'm interested in, or this is something which I want to take to the next level after school, they already know about these subjects in the beginning,
Yeah.
so it's not a surprise for them.
No.
Right, right. That's an interesting point which you mentioned. I think that is there anything else which you would like to, which you might have missed, or you would like to add on to this, Muktasir?
No sir, that's it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for your
no
sharing your
problem.
thoughts. I think
Thanks.
that is also a good segue for us, because we are talking about engagement of youth. Not just, I think he also pointed out that it's not just for the global level, but also for national and local level, which is also the responsibility of us, the society, and the government and people to inculcate the youth as much as possible. But if you're talking in terms of global activities, that is something which Ashwin, who is our next speaker, is going to focus on. So, Ashwin, over to you.
Yeah, hello sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes. Hi, Ashwin. You're audible.
Yeah. First of all, a very warm welcome to all the participants, as well as I would like to wish everyone a very happy International Youth Day. I would like to begin my talk with the two powerful probes said in India. That is, if you cannot change a plant when it's young, you cannot change it when it grows as a tree, which means the plant is
Sorry, Ashwin,
recognized
can I
as
interrupt you
youth.
here? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, Ashwin, sorry. Could you please repeat your quote? I think your voice was cracking a bit. So if you could repeat the quote, please.
Yeah, yeah. My first quote is that if you cannot change a plant when it's young, you
Yeah.
cannot change it when it grows a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, basically the plant represents the youth and the tree represents when the youths get older.
Yeah.
So we should try to, yeah, hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, Ashwin, go ahead. You're audible.
So yeah, so we should think about the youth and young generation, and not basically when it grows older. As well
Yeah.
as the second quote tells us that
Yeah.
the youths are the next citizens.
Yeah.
And I would like to begin my talk with that. What basically tells about the UN topic, that is youth engagement in global actions. What basically
Yeah.
it is, we know that the young people are the powerhouse for any society, community, or nation. The energy of
Yeah.
young people can bring a positive changes in the society and as well as community or the nation. If we
Right.
if we use properly, the young people can be the key and game changer and achieve the 2030 agenda of the United Nations of sustainable development goals. It is basically
Right.
involving the youth in order to
Yeah.
achieve a better cause and to involve the global issues and to create a better place of living.
Right. Right.
And why we should do it, and basically each and every youth has a question that why only the youth,
Right.
why not the other
Yeah.
organizations?
Yeah.
Why, yeah, why only we, not others? Why there are most experienced people? Why only the youth?
Mhm.
They think that the age of youth is very young.
Right.
So I would like to basically clear that why.
Mhm.
why only the youth only is because the role of the youth is very important, because each country has a significant number of youths, and maybe some country might have 30% of its population, 70% in the respected nations. If I speak about my country, which is India, India has about 70 to 75% of the youth in the population. If we just imagine the whole youth population of a country works for nation building and for the better future of the country, the youths can change the different. We can change the nation into a different level, which is of course true.
Yeah.
But and it is a big but, and it is a serious but, because as a coin has two sides, similarly the youths can be poured into wrong purposes, and such as roids. It is a good example. Misuse of the technologies is also seen in the recent decades by the youths. The best example for misuse of the youths is as seen in India in several months. If we talk about January, February, India has seen a misuse of technology and the youths, such as the riots in Delhi, which is we call it a Shine Bug incident. The youths are being misled by the technology and the other parts of the organization. But also seen, and we have also seen, that is yesterday, if we particularly talk about state of Karnataka in India, we have seen it yesterday as well in the city of Bangalore, where the riots has been taken place in the capital of Karnataka, in Bangalore, city of Bangalore. But not only the negative, that has been involved in the positive side as well, such as we have also seen the good usage of technologies in the recent period of global pandemic of COVID-19. So the youth need to be nurtured and guided, not only nurtured, but it has to be guided in a good direction, and have to create awareness so that the youth of the country don't participate in the wrong and the riots and other violence related activities, but the youth should be participated in the good field and in the good direction. If the youths are being pushed in the good direction, each and every country in the world can be a heaven, not only one country, focusing on not only one country, but all the countries. So that we can stop the riots for the future, not only at the present. The youth should think about the future, not only about the present generation. So and upcoming days, so we should, so that the thousands of lives can be saved. We should not think about one life, but we should think about thousands of lives. If this happens, then it is a win for youths, because youths can be a major role in peacekeeping, not only in one nation, but whole, considering about United Nations. Now I have cleared what is what, why, and now the youths might have a question like how we can do it. Now creating awareness on social issues, we can do that, like social issues include climate changes, deforestation, good usage of social medias, better use of technologies given to them in a right direction, starting and taking initiatives of a campaign like save water, save electricity, starting it from house, and then going it to a community level, like United Nations have said, starting it in a local level, then community level, and then national level. This can be done by almost all the simple youths that are among the global. Some youths tell that I am not capable of doing that, I cannot do that. But it is a small change, but minimum change. Can be done by all, like save water. How we can save water? Good usage of the water in day-to-day activities in our home itself. And promoting and then promoting. If we have done it in our house, if we have self-satisfaction in the youths, we can promote it to our neighbors and as well as community, so that we can bring a bigger change in whole community, so that it is recognized all over the world. Similarly, other initiatives has other people take the initiative. Similarly, we can save electricity, minimum usage of the electricity. While we don't have the use of a particular thing, we have to turn it off, by which electricity will be saved, because a generation of electricity takes a long. So it is better to control it. Like generation of electricity depends upon the coal generation in India, which is harmful for the nature. If we reduce it, then the government needs to reduce the coal usage in India, by which the environment of India will be saved. As well as save water. How we can save water? The 90% of what we use in the clean the dishes and utensils of in household, it is 90% of the water is wasted. We can add just a sprinkler to the tap, by which the flow of the water can be controlled, as well as in while day-to-day activities such as brushing and etc. Similarly, reduce 3 R's. We can follow the 3 R's. Youth can follow the 3 R's, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle. By this, not only the environment, but whole globe can be changed in lives that are present in almost all the households. We can just recycle the paper, not only purchasing the paper, but we can reuse. That is a small initiative which can be done by almost all the youths, in not only in one nation, but all the nation. Avoiding fertilized and minimizing the fertilized agriculture products are very harmful to the health. We can also change the health situation in the globe. Like we can avoid the fertilizer. We eat a healthy product in this pandemic rather than eating fertilized and chemicalized agriculture products. We can create awareness. We can create awareness in the farmers if we just go to the farmers and tell them. And also giving the information about child control system all over the world. Basically, the population of the globe is rising rapidly. We the youths can think that if the resources in the world are very limited, if the population grows very rapidly, and we cannot create the resources back. So if we try to control the population, then the resources might be given to almost all the people. So we should create awareness in the child control system, by which the growth of the population comes in control, as well as we can promote general equality as per United Nations Sustainable Goals. General equality, we can promote it. And we can create awareness in importance of education and clean education to all, educating and as well as educating to the farmers and other backward classes of people, and working on 2030 agenda of sustainable goals, as well as the youth should be responsible. Not only we have in Twitter, we have seen that hashtag Binod. It is a waste of thing. The youths are wasting a lot of time.
Right.
They're wasting their time. Basically, the same time can be utilized for good product, like this what I have mentioned earlier. Instead of sitting in a place and hashtag Binod, it is a waste of time. As well as we have to take a control measure system for fake news. The fake news are rapidly increasing all over the world. Such as recently I have came across fake news such as cosmic boom. The message states that you should not charge your phone at particular this time to this time. You should not keep your phone under your body or near your body at this time to this time, because the cosmic boom comes. Nobody knows what is cosmic boom. They just forward it, by which a panic is created among the community.
Right.
The youth should be responsible. Like, what is cosmic boom?
Right.
They should know about it. And the
So
person who
yeah,
has told you about this, the youth should question them. What you mean
right,
by cosmic boom? We have to question it, and we have to control. By which,
right.
if we take all these small initiatives, we can create a good atmosphere for the planet.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's my opinion.
So you need to be socially aware than just not even reading the messages, keeping on forwarding, because we have WhatsApp for free. So we cannot afford to just pass on anything. We have to be socially aware of what is being passed around as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you touched upon, Ashwin, you touched upon a lot of interesting points, not just about the youth, but in general how we can lead and how we can take initiatives in the society, what we need to control, what we need to expand upon. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, Ashwin. And
Yeah,
is
thank you.
there anything else which you would like to add on, or is that it from your side?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I basically want to add that is, if we take a small initiative, the
Yeah,
government should recognize the people who have talent in the youths. Not only government is basically we know the level of bureaucracy not only in
yeah,
India but all over the world.
yeah,
They just see their personal profit and not the
right,
profits of the youths. Like,
yeah,
the youth can be a game changer in the
right,
nation. Like,
right,
if a person knows, how to manage
yeah,
unemployment rate
yeah,
and bring in sustainable goals in India, the
mhm,
government must look after him. Like, if one
right,
chance is
yeah,
needed to prove for the
yeah,
youths, if the chance is only not given to them, how can
yeah,
the youths present their ideas?
right,
That is
yeah.
lacking not only in India but all over the world.
I
The
think, yeah, and that also
uh,
connects to
the
the focus of International Youth Development Day as laid out by UN for today. That how the local government have to emphasize on including the youth and increasing the youth participation. Because if you don't give
yeah,
them the chance, how are they going to go ahead? Even if they have good ideas, if you don't give them an opportunity, how are they going to go ahead with that? So I think that is an interesting point which you made. So thank you so much, Ashwin. And I think that we have covered a lot of amazing ideas. I was so pleased to hear from all of you. And because since we are short on time now, I think this is a good way to end our discussion. Just a few takeaway points, and for the people who are tuning in also on YouTube, and even if they see this later, few of the things which we talked about was, I think Mithun pointed out that how we can help the elderly. Angel pointed out on how the use of social media to bring about, if there's an event which is happening which is important, how we can engage the youth, or how the youth can engage itself on social media to increase the intensity so that justice is served easier and it just reaches to more people. Uh, and Vivek gave us new ideas about how the youth can get involved in peacemaking operations. Whereas Muktasir was talking about, he gave us a lot of ideas on how we can involve ourselves in local, national, and global level, and that was carried on by Ashwin, who also talked about not just the involvement part, but what we can do. And we don't have to always be employed by the United Nations to bring about change. I think that is very important. We can take small steps, and that also, if everybody takes small step, that results into something big. Because not everybody is going to get involved with World Bank or United Nations, or big organizations like that. But if we take small steps every day, we can bring about the change. So thank you, Ashwin, for sharing that with us.
yeah. Thank you, sir.
And I think that brings us to the conclusion of today's discussion. I had a fantastic time talking to you guys, talking to and getting to know your involvement and your ideas and how we can bring about change. So thank you so much for participating. And again, I wish all of you guys a very happy International Youth Day. So if you can unmute all of you